In the twilight years of the Second Age, as shadows lengthened over Middle-earth, a profound secret was guarded by the wisest of the Eldar. A secret that held the fate of their people and the hope of resisting the darkness of Sauron. This secret was the existence and safeguarding of the three Elven Rings of Power: Vilya, Narya, and Nenya. These rings were unique among the Rings of Power, while Sauron, under the guise of Anatar, the Lord of Gifts, had guided the Elven-smiths of Eregion in crafting the lesser rings. The three were forged in secret by Celebrimbor, grandson of Feanor, and the greatest craftsman of his age. Untouched by Sauron's malice, they were imbued with the purest essence of elven magic: preservation, healing, and resistance against the decay of time. When Sauron forged the One Ring in the fires of Mount Doom and placed it upon his finger, the elves immediately perceived his treachery. Realizing their rings were now instruments through which Sauron could exert his will, they removed them to prevent his influence. Enraged by his failure to dominate the elves, Sauron unleashed his armies upon Eregion, igniting a war that would engulf Middle-earth. Foreseeing the peril, Celebrimbor entrusted the three rings to wise and powerful guardians. Nenya, the Ring of Water, was given to Galadriel, Lady of Lothlórien, renowned for her wisdom and strength. Vilya, the Ring of Air, and Narya, the Ring of Fire, were sent north to Lindon to be kept by High King Gil-galad, the last High King of the Noldor in Middle-earth. Círdan the Shipwright, Lord of the Grey Havens, played a pivotal role in the fate of the rings. One of the eldest elves in Middle-earth, Círdan was gifted with foresight and a deep understanding of the world's unfolding destiny. Recognizing the growing threat of Sauron, Gil-galad entrusted Narya, the Ring of Fire, to Círdan, believing his wisdom and steadfastness would keep it safe. Círdan bore Narya with humility, using its power to kindle hope and endurance in the hearts of those who dwelt by the sea and those who passed through the Grey Havens. He understood that the rings were bound to the fate of the One Ring, and that their ultimate purpose extended beyond his own stewardship. When the Order of Wizards, the Istari, arrived in Middle-earth around the year 1000 of the Third Age, Círdan greeted them upon their arrival at the Grey Havens. Among them was Lothlórien, known to men and elves as Mithrandir or Gandalf the Grey. Círdan, perceiving Gandalf's true nature and the heavy burden he would bear, made a momentous decision. He relinquished Narya to Gandalf, saying, "Take now this ring," he said, "for thy labors and thy cares will be heavy, but in all it will support thee and defend thee from weariness. For this is the Ring of Fire, and herewith maybe thou shalt rekindle hearts to the valor of old in a world that grows chill." Gandalf accepted Narya, though he kept its existence concealed from all but the wisest. With the Ring of Fire, he was able to inspire courage and hope in the free peoples of Middle-earth, rallying them against the shadow of Sauron. Throughout his journeys, Gandalf's influence was felt in the hearts of hobbits, dwarves, elves, and men alike, igniting a spark that would ultimately lead to the downfall of the Dark Lord. Meanwhile, Elrond, the half-elven lord of Rivendell, became the bearer of Vilya, the Ring of Air, after the fall of Gil-galad during the War of the Last Alliance. Vilya, the mightiest of the three, endowed its bearer with great healing powers and the ability to preserve and protect. Under Elrond's stewardship, Rivendell became a sanctuary of wisdom and healing, a refuge against the encroaching darkness. Galadriel, bearing Nenya, used its power to sustain the realm of Lothlórien, preserving it from the decay of time and the taint of Sauron. The Golden Wood remained a place of timeless beauty, where whispers of the ancient world lingered, untouched by the passing age's dot. The bearers of the three rings maintained secrecy regarding their rings, understanding that Sauron was ever searching for them. They used the rings sparingly and with great caution, weaving their powers subtly into their realms to avoid drawing the Dark Lord's gaze. Their primary aim was to preserve what was fair in Middle-earth, to heal the hurts of the world, and to resist the spread of corruption. Throughout the Third Age, Gandalf's role became increasingly crucial. With Narya, he traveled extensively, kindling resistance against Sauron wherever he went. He was instrumental in the formation of the White Council, a group of the wisest in Middle-earth, including Saruman, Elrond, and Galadriel, united to counter Sauron's resurgence. Gandalf's possession of Narya also deepened his connection with the hobbits of the Shire. His influence on Bilbo and later Frodo Baggins set into motion the events that would lead to the discovery and destruction of the One Ring. Recognizing the hobbits' unexpected resilience and courage, Gandalf nurtured these qualities to challenge Sauron's might. Círdan, though less prominent in tales, continued his guardianship of the Grey Havens, facilitating the passage of elves to the Undying Lands. His foresight allowed him to understand the broader movements of destiny in Middle-earth. During the War of the Ring, Círdan sent ships to aid in the defense of the West and maintain the last connection between Middle-earth and Valinor. When the One Ring was finally destroyed, the power of the Three Rings began to wane. The age of the elves was ending, and their time in Middle-earth drew to a close. Gandalf, his mission fulfilled, prepared to return to the West. At the Grey Havens, Círdan stood once more to bid farewell to those departing. In the final moments, the bearers of the Three Rings, Gandalf with Narya, Elrond with Vilya, and Galadriel with Nenya, came together. Their rings, once hidden and their powers secret, were now openly acknowledged as their purpose in Middle-earth was complete. The significance of their roles and sacrifices became clear, their efforts having preserved the hope and beauty of Middle-earth through its darkest times. Círdan remained behind for a time, the last of the great elves in Middle-earth, until his own departure. His unwavering commitment to the well-being of all free peoples and his pivotal role in the safeguarding and ultimate fate of the Three Rings marked him as one of the unsung heroes of the Eldar. The legacy of the Three Rings and their bearers is a testament to the strength found in wisdom, humility, and perseverance. Their hidden guardianship provided the foundation upon which the resistance to Sauron was built. Through their efforts, the light of the Eldar endured just long enough for the darkness to be vanquished, allowing Middle-earth to step into a new age of peace. Thank you for joining this journey into the deep lore of Middle-earth. If you found this tale enriching, please like the video, share your thoughts in the comments, and subscribe for more stories from Tolkien's timeless world.